Step 37. I know, I'm getting to the decals. I will put them on soon enough. For now, we're going to do step 37, which is going to be attaching our supercharger, blower, and our light bracket. I've already screwed in the white caps and put the decals on. And all we're going to do for this, I've got the components laid out. This will go right here. Be fastened. The spacers go underneath. So, there you have it. Looking pretty good. Step 37 is complete. Step 38. Going to take our bumper, our tailgate. This plastic piece goes in there like that. Bumper on the back. The two longer screws that they have you set out. Hold that together. And then we're going to, once that's together, I'm going to put the bracket on like this with the two smaller screws. That's what the final product looks like. Step 39. One thing I want to show you about this manual is you'll see here it says X11, and some of the other ones, like over here you see TS50. What that's referring to is if you go to the very first page of the manual, it shows you some paints, and what it's saying is to do white, you know, orange or chrome or whatever, and use model paints. So like for the door handle on the door, you paint that silver, which I'll do. I'll probably do that off camera when I'm done with this build. Okay, so back to the step. What we're gonna do, I got everything laid out. We're gonna attach this to the back, and then we're gonna install the windshield plastic. Just take note of this. We are going to be using these 2mm screws here. These are the smallest that we've used for anything, and those go on the sides here. Step 40 and 41 are basically the same as the previous steps for putting in the rear piece. So I just did them off camera, and that's what it looks like. And now we can finally add the decals. I'll show you how I do decals. I'll do one, and then on camera, and then do the rest off camera. So I picked an easy decal to do. It's this Tamiya one. Tamiya, whatever. And it goes right there. So what I do is I just take a dab of rubbing alcohol, lightly clean it, then take my hobby knife, and I cut this out with this knife, and then I just get the decal started with the, let me get closer here, with the knife. And then I'll get my knife under it like that, and then peel the backing off. For a small sticker, I'll peel the whole backing off. Big stickers, I just peel a little bit up, fold it, and get everything lined up, press it down, then remove the backing carefully. Maybe I'll do a big one on camera too. But anyway, now I've got it with the knife. And now I'm just going to position it where I think it ought to go, which I'm going to say right there. And I'm going to lay that down. And then I'll do a fair amount of this side, and then when I'm all done, I'm going to get a hair dryer and warm the decals up, and then press them down more to really set that glue. And doing that step makes the difference between whether your stickers will stay on for years or they'll come off, you know, after a couple bashes. I've got bodies, maybe I'll show one later, that are completely smashed to pieces, and every decal isn't perfect, you know, scratched or whatever, but they're still there. So that's the way I do that. Here's a bigger decal. I already prepped it with alcohol. Okay, I'm going to get this started. And this time, I'm just going to fold that back. Oops, I'm off camera. I'm going to fold that back like this. And I'm going to kind of pinch that. Now you can get everything lined up. There's a ridge here in the middle. And I'm happy with that. So I'll touch that corner down. And then we're going to work it this way to go over the ridge. So I'll peel some back, fold again. Here's the ridge. And you can see it's kind of going this way. You can actually shape these, so I'm going to go ahead and take it up back that way now. Work it around this ridge. There we go. And these, like I said, you can kind of work these stickers the way you want them to go. And hair dry, wipe it down. It's pretty good. A little off center, but not much. The Tamiya Super Clodbuster. Looks pretty close to the picture on the box, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to do a custom paint job on this particular RC. I want it to look like the box. So that's what I did. I'll probably add some more decals. I don't know if I really like that Tamiya one. Let's take a look at the front here. Very cool. Couple tips on putting these decals on. These big ones are pretty difficult. Big ones usually are. So what I did, it's two pieces that you'll cut out. What you want to do is to line this one up, the right side one. You'll notice that on the thing it cuts out that little, see that where the door handle is? So that's how I line mine up. Then right here, I just made this flush with this window. So I started from here and pressed this down, and then the decal is kind of sticking out here, and then I just slowly wipe down like this, that, all the way down to make sure I didn't get any bubbles. Then you'll take your X-Acto knife, this will be overhanging a little bit, and you cut that out with the X-Acto knife. And to line the back one up, all I did was line this edge here flush with this ridge, this crack. So I didn't trim that one. This one had to be trimmed here on this side and over here. And the back's kind of tricky. I actually misaligned it a little bit. You can see there I cut it just a little short, and then this bottom didn't line up, so I just took my X-Acto knife and cut it to make it look like it lines up. Same with this corner. That one didn't line up so great. Kind of looks weird there. So I just trimmed it to make it look like it does. Alright, cool. One last thing, I wanted to show you how big the truck is. So I brought a couple RCs out to you can compare. That's a 10 scale TC4 associated, and that's a SCX10. And those are 1.9s, Mickey Thompson's, Baja Claw, I think, 4.6 or 4.7 diameter. So they're pretty big tires. They actually don't really look scale. They look like 2.2s, but they're not. They're 1.9s. They're just big ones. Okay, so there's a little size comparison. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please comment, subscribe, and for now, adios.